Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is having a great morning so far, and I hope you all have a great day. Gonna do another video on that FIRE, Financially Independent, Retire Early, just because it's pretty popular and I've had some good feedback. So I thought today I would actually talk about tracking and calculating your net worth. All right. If you're not already doing this, I definitely strongly recommend that you do it. Anyone can do it. Even a person who's living on the street and has $1.75 in their tin can might that person has a net worth. They might actually have a net worth higher than someone else. When I first started tracking my net worth, it was negative $67,000. So that person that owes nothing, owns $1.75 in cash, technically they had a higher net worth by far than I did when I first started tracking. Okay? So in order to track your net worth, you do have to figure out a couple things. But really, once you have it all set up, then you just update it as it changes. I personally recommend doing it once a month. If you're doing it daily, then that's a little overkill. You know, unless you're trading stocks daily or something really big is changing, I don't necessarily think you need to do that. And really, monthly seems to kind of be the sweet spot. For me, then I can kind of actually track. So I do this in an Excel sheet, Google Sheets, and so you just have the dates going across the top, the year, but then also, you know, by month. So you can say, hey, look, over the last 3 months or 6 months, this has changed. You know, it's gone up or gone down. What were the major changes and that type of thing. So I want to make something clear here. This is not tracking your income and expenses. That is budgeting. That's in a different bucket here. Really, net worth, it's purely looking at the assets minus the debts. The difference there would be your net worth. All right, so just digging down into here, your assets, this would be anything of value that you actually own. Even if you have debt on it, even if you're, don't own it outright, if you own a percentage of it, anything that you own, even a percentage of, that has value. I am not talking about your health and your family and your pets, which obviously all have value. I'm talking about things that you could trade for something monetary, like, okay, I have a car in my garage right now, all right? How much could I sell that car for? I might look up the Blue Book value and plug that in here. I might think I could get $100 more if I sold it online by myself. Or if I trade it in at a dealership, I might get quite a bit lower. So I need to personally pick which of those numbers I feel is accurate or, you know, the truest value of that vehicle. Okay, so my house, there's a lot of different values here. Is it your tax assessment value? Hopefully that is less than what you think the value of the house is. Is it an appraised value? Or if it was appraised, maybe that was a number of years ago. Maybe you talked to an agent about seeing what your home is worth right now. They call that a CMA, a comparative market analysis. Talk about that in a different video. Okay, so you figure out your house's value, you plug that in. Again, we're not looking at the mortgages yet. This is just the asset section. You're going to look at any CDs or investments, stocks and bonds that you have. Any retirement plans, even if they're from previous employers. Hopefully you know the login. Hopefully you can consolidate or know where they all are at. This will kind of help you get organized if you ever do need to apply for a loan or be qualified with a bank, and just to kind of know where you stand financially. They will look at your income and expenses, but the assets and the debts, that's kind of your financial report card once you get to be an adult and actually start acquiring assets, and we're acquiring debts too. Usually those go hand in hand, hopefully one a lot more than the other. All right, so it could also be your stuff. Okay, so not only all your investments and retirement accounts, but do you have some fine art? Do you have cash on hand? How much cash do you have in your wallet? Do you keep any cash in your house? How much is that? Okay, you can plug that in there too, because, oh hey, I keep X number of dollars there. I have a coin jar over there and there's $25 in it. I don't actually, that's just an example. But that is part of your net worth if you want to actually calculate that in there. So everything that you own. Now, a lot of what I got is maybe used and is now even more used now. So I am pretty realistic. I don't think I could sell all the furniture and most of the belongings in my house for that much. So if I needed to liquidate it for some cash quickly, I wouldn't be able to get that much. So I personally don't put in, furniture and clothes in my asset. But if you want to, if you got some more expensive stuff than you, which I wouldn't doubt it, then go ahead and plug that into. So everything that you own, if you were to liquidate it, what would the values be? And then your debt. So this is going to be mortgage, car debt, student loans, personal loans, really any debt that you have. Okay, so you put all of those down here. Okay, so then it'd be all the assets. You add those up, and then you can, in Excel, pretty easy, highlight them all, do the sum, and then do the same with the debts. It's also really easy too when that month versus the previous month, and you can look at a percent change. Hey, my net worth went up by 1%, or my debt went down by 2%. That's always kind of fun to see. So then as you are contributing more to a retirement plan, your assets should be taking up, and then a couple times a year, maybe you're getting some of your valuables reassessed. That's hopefully going up. Sometimes it might go down. And then the debts hopefully are going down, but then you get a new car, and then you're paying it down, and I mean, hopefully it's going down. But as you're growing, you may actually be accumulating debt, but hopefully the assets are accumulating a lot faster, so that your net worth is positive. Okay, then at the very bottom you have the total of the assets minus the total of the liabilities or debts equals the net worth. So pretty simple formula. I like to color code it and then update this, like I said, monthly, and then I like to see the percent change to kind of tell me, hey, I'm not growing very well right now, it's kind of a slower period, or we've grown a lot recently. That's really cool. Again, when I first started tracking this, it was negative $67,000 back in 2011, okay, when I first put together my net worth calculator. And then I remember it's like, honey, we're negative $30,000. Isn't this cool? And then the really fun thing was when we hit zero, it said, hey babe, we're worth nothing. Isn't that cool? Let's go celebrate. So we went and rented a Redbox movie. We didn't celebrate too lavishly because we were worth nothing at that point. And then there's the different milestones that you get. I know a lot of people with the financially independent retire early want to hit the millionaire status. Awesome. Go ahead and track your progress. Know how to calculate it so that you can see, hey, we're 10% there, we're 25% there, we're halfway there, whoa, we're halfway there. Maybe that's not how the song goes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and comment below how you guys do yours. If you tweak it, what little specialties you have. So thanks for watching.